Okay, having a stress moment. Keeping these two horses off Arthur's food because they've got ad-lib feed, but he's getting this other feed. Two dogs went running down to try and go to the neighbours because when Elsa's with one of them, they will try to go next door. But the cattle grid stopped her. Yay! So that was one less stress. These little bastards think they're going to get fed and they're not. I've got a whole bale of hay that they're wasting. I've got to let the dogs in. Don't you frigging dare. I said no. Move. Move. Sorry about that. No. Don't think about it. Oh, I've got a horsefly attacking me. I didn't put my aeroguard on. No. I want to show you Arthur. I was going to try and show you this. I've been too busy. I've got to put this together with some video footage of the mash. But this is what it looks like. It doesn't take long. They say it takes 10-15 minutes. It actually takes about 5. But I mean, by the time I give it 2 minutes, 10 or 15, but it's pretty mushy pretty quickly. And I'm waiting for his gastrocoat to come in the mail because they didn't have any at the local produce store. So, and this will be, and some more wormers to come because they were cheaper than getting them from the local produce store. They were so cheap online. Hey, I said no. 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 You've got food. Don't give me that. Hey! Bugger. No. Hey! Bugger off. Bugger off. Move. Sorry about this. I'm just letting you all into a little bit of the stress. I could set up a pen for him, but you've all got feed and you're overgrazing and you can all wait. If I had a bit more wherewithal, I could set up feeds for them and that, but honestly, then they're going to, it doesn't matter, like, even if I set out 3 or 4 feeds, right, you have a spare one, I've still got to watch because they'll tend to push the horse onto the next one and the next one. Yeah, I know. And then I've got to make sure he gets... She's cranky. You're cranky. I know, you get cranky when I tell you not. I know. She used to be very food aggressive. There would have been a time I wouldn't have been able to do that. Anyway, because she was thin. I don't think she was as thin as Arthur. She was pretty close when I got her. I don't think she looks that good in this video, but she's all right. She's a healthy weight. Some of the angles sometimes. She's not as round as my young ones. She's got to sway back, and there's not much I can do. Her top line's poor, but I'm not going to exercise her because she's partly lame from that degloving incident. So I just let her potter around. She might not look to what other people think is good. See there? Hey, Penny, bugger off. You're looking good. No. No, I see what you're doing. Move. I've got a stick. I use this stick to walk up and down this drive. It's so steep and it's the gravel's slippery. Going up isn't so bad, but coming down it's super slippery. But I'm getting better at it. And I walk up, I'm getting fitter. It's fantastic. And I'm starting riding lessons. I've got my friend, she's teaching me. She offered me for free, and I said, look, I think that's wrong. She's been laid off work because of COVID. She can't get vaccinated. She has severe allergies. And I don't say she can't work. And because her work requires, contact with people. So, see, I work from home. But like everybody's got different work. But anyway, hi. I'm trying to pat. I'll put my stick on my arm when I pat her. I know. Their feed, I'm trying to think, when did I last put the feed in? 2 days ago. That was 2 bags of chaff and 1 bag of copra, so it's lasting 2 days. So, here's Henry with Banjo. He's always loved Banjo. He's always kind of followed him around. Because I've just lost my train of thought. When it was just Henry and I and the horses and the cats, Elsie used to come up and visit originally, but she's, staying here, she's a little dot down I think Henry just started to associate more and more with the horses. You're a messy eater, old chum, aren't you? I'll let the girls get in there and lick it clean like a cake bowl. Anyway, yeah, Henry used to hang around with the horses. I mean, he did chase them initially. I don't think he was meaning to do any harm, but it's very dangerous. He got trampled, which is my top viewed video. And he's a good boy now, he respects them. But see, he grazes with them. He's so cute. And that was part of the reason I got a second dog. I mean, I know we've got Elsa, but she's here half time. And then I also didn't feel safe because he was extremely friendly. Henry was always super, super duper friendly. And I just felt unsafe for various reasons, and which my friends know and my family know. And I had reason to feel unsafe. And then I got a second dog, and I wanted a dog that was, you know, more go-y, more wary of people. And I got one that came from a bit of a sad background, not the worst background, but not a good one. And he's turned into a very good dog, and he's actually an awesome bloody dog. He would protect us, I have no doubt. But interestingly, so what happened? I'm going to tell you the story about the dogs. Henry started wandering on his own. He would go to the neighbours, and it was causing trouble because they've got dogs, and you know, of course, their dog to bark and everything. And the ranger, one or two people kept calling the ranger out to me, and they said, "Listen, you've got to keep the dogs in." And they were really good. They were helpful, gave me good ideas, and got me to send them emails because they said, "Look, we're not going to." They had people just constantly emailing them or whatever and complaining. He said, "Look, we're never going to stop the emails. Can you send us some documentation about, you know, enclosure permits and stuff, you know, because there were complaints about my horses being on the road, but they're allowed to be, because I rent." That's like in Australia, there's a thing called Crown Roads, and I rent the land off the Crown, which means that the horses are allowed to graze all the grass around the road. Anyway, and you don't have to fence it out. You just have to fence either end of your property, so because the road runs through the property, so it's my property either side of the road. There's more stories about the road, because the road actually isn't where it's supposed to be, but it doesn't matter anyway. He's here. So what happened was, because of that, and both dogs would go wandering, I had to start putting them on chains. And I used to always chain Henry when I'd go up the road. I got him used to that. I used to take him with me a lot. Hi, baby. Oh, look, he's got mush. Yeah, I know, you've got a mushy nose. I know, you're a good boy. There you go, here you go. Cleo, here. Come on. You want this? Here. I'll put it in front of her, that's even better, because it shows I'm giving her complete permission now. There you go. Penny's fatter than you, so you can have it. Normally I'd give it to Penny first. Look at Penny, she's just... I know. Anyway, so what happened was then it just got to a point where we could let one off at a time, but then they kept running to the neighbours, and it was just such a pain, and there were so many complaints and so much stress. The dogs were basically on a chain all the time unless they were being walked. They weren't even allowed off leash, or maybe very occasionally when they were with us. But I was neurotic, so I hated having the dogs on the chains all the time, and they were kennelled and everything, because they would fight. And Slinky, yes, she's correcting her, and that's what I was doing to her, correcting her. Anyway, please ignore my horse poo. My daughter's on holiday, and she normally helps me out, so I've got like extra pressures, you know, I don't have that help. So anyway, hey, Henry, I was just told everybody what a good boy you are. Anyway, I'm going to let them in. So damn typical. Anyway, so yeah, it's very hard to run an acreage on your own, and also with a disability. Anyway, so yeah, they used to sleep inside and everything, but because they fought, and Henry had part of his ear ripped off, I just couldn't afford the vet bills or the risk, you know, the damage, physical damage, but also, I think even more importantly, come on guys, I'm just undoing a gate. More importantly, the psychological damage of him you know, fighting. The other dog was very aggressive, territorially aggressive, not just running after people. He wanted Henry gone. He was protective of me and our property over Henry. So, and the horses, he's scared of horses. It's another story. But so they were on chains and I hated it. And then finally, come on, Elsa, up you come. I just opened the gate. Up you come. Come on. No, you're not coming in, Banjo. Elsa! Yeah, good boy. Henry just came in. Come on, come here. Elsa, don't worry about him. Come on, quickly. Elsa. Elsa, come here. Elsa. I'm going to have to go and get her. Hang on. She's scared because of him. Yeah. She's terrified of the horses. She's very clever, my boy. Look how handsome you are. You're a big boy, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Anyway, so this is slippery too, this gravel. So what happened was we moved up the hill because we were right on the road. Elsa, come here. Oi. I wanted to stop going. Come here. I'm not taking you for a walk up there. No. It's getting late. Come on. And I've got to feed them all. Anyway, actually Arthur eats that little bucket quite quickly. Some of his feed he eats. It depends on what it is, but that he eats really quickly, which is good. Come here. Come and let's look at how grass is growing. Get back here. Come here. Don't run off, you cheeky girl. So we went up the hill, and they're on leads again. They're on massively long chains up there, 12-metre chains, which is quite long because they also go around in a circle. Come here. So they don't just go 12 metres. They go 24-metre diameter. Come here. But it's still not good. Come here. But we were able to get our headspace and enough training done and enough organisation after a lot of stress, unwarranted stress, which I'll make a video about one day, and train them to recall and not leave. And we leave them off one at a time, because if they go off, even if they go off with her, like she's a little wanderer, she goes on adventures, which is good considering she's disabled, but I just cannot let them onto the neighbour's property. And the other two will get through because they'll go, come on. I'm coming from behind her, give her the knees. Come on, let's go up, back up. We can take our time. Look at all the grass is growing on here. It's fantastic. And I've got Clover. Come for a walk with me down here, Elsa. Come on. Elsa. Yeah, she's coming. She's such a cutie. I love her so much. Yeah, good girl. I really miss her when she goes, and I miss my daughter when she's not here. I love them so much. Yeah, I know. Yeah, good girl. She wanted to come for a walk. So I'm looking for my Clover, and it's probably really frustrating the video because I'm jumping from topic to topic. Oh my God! Oh, I thought I was worried he was going to run me over. Just comes running down. They're so happy, little friends. So we started getting them. We were able to take them for walks one at a time, and let them off leash increasingly. And we really see. This is Clover. He's in the creek. I love it. And look how beautiful those reeds are. They're growing back up since the flood, and they get thicker and thicker, and there's baby ducks in them, and I think he's on the he's on the other side. Hi, my girl. And so their recall's pretty good. Elsa doesn't count, so she's doing some of her private business. Elsa's recall doesn't count. We don't really try to train her. We just give her a happy life. You know, as you can see, she's disabled, and her teeth are all yellow and damaged from the poisoning. Oh my God, I always worry he's going to run into me. He's such a happy boy. And Slinky's barking, I know, but Slinky gets his runs too. So basically now, and then what I got was I'd always wanted massive crates, which I got, but I wanted them in my cabin because dogs are social creatures and they love to be with their humans. And I got one cabinet, one crate, and it worked fabulously. And I've got two, which means if I need to, I can put the dogs both in the crates. They're inside, they're sheltered. We've got chains, we can use chains, but they haven't been on chains for a while, which is much better for them. And then they get to run around. The only problem is they get 50-50, 50-50 crated. And I have to watch Slinky a lot more carefully with Elsa because he's food aggressive, and she'll growl at the other dogs. She's impatient with them. Yeah, we'll go up. We'll go up, darling. Come on, we'll go up. No, we'll go up. Come on, we'll go up. And so they're very good. They've really come along nicely. Oh, what I was going to say is because Henry was the most... isn't she beautiful? I want to work with her and Ava. I need to work with her. Anyway, so here's my grass is growing on here too. Very happy with it. And I seeded a lot of kikuyu as well in these hard wearing areas because it would withstand a lot of traffic, and it's coming along really well. There's a few different grass types on here and around, and on here this bank has had the same with the bank up there. It's had trouble grassing. It will the grass taking root, but it will. I mean, there's some weeds and everything. I'm just leaving them at the moment. I'd rather have weeds than dirt because at least they hold the soil together. I need to get my driveway improved. So my neighbour came down the other day and she stopped to speak to Henry because she loves Henry. They love Henry anyway. Just not going up to their house. Anyway, he hadn't seen her for a while because we've been up the hill, and he only comes down here if I'm down here. He doesn't come down here if I'm not down here. And same with Elsa. Hey Elsa, come on darling, what's the matter? She looks like such a dot. Like it doesn't seem I walk that far away. But like we own all up there, all that ridge up there. And then the fence line is... See, there's that bale of hay there. Just see if my finger can go in. There's a fence line just after that. But then it goes across here. So where that big tree is, just got to see where that big tree... Oh, get focus again. Oh my God, sorry about this. Yeah, we own all the ridge up here and all the way up here, all the way. You can't see our fence line over there. And then you come down. He's playing with a stick. We own the ridge all the way down to there. So we own that end, that side. It's like a big inverted L of sorts. Come on, Else. It's all right. Don't be scared of the horses. I'll come and help her. She's scared. And anyway, so it's a fairly big property. Just to give you an idea, my comment was like, you know, you walk away a little distance. It feels like a little distance in the scope of the whole property. But if you're in a suburban backyard, well, a lot of backyards wouldn't even go that far. So she looks like a little dot. Come on, we'll go up and I'll give you some dinner. And so I've been working heavily on treats for them all, and they get treats all the time, don't you? And actually I've been giving them these little, like, they're dog biscuits in the shape of bones, and they weren't near. So I went to the feed store and I got this really nice and expensive grain-free dog food, and I'm using that for treats, so they get little kibbles of that. And then that means she's eating as well during the day with her treats, aren't you? And they all get treats. And the big dogs just run into their crates. Oh my God, I thought you scared the dickens out of me. I thought you were gonna run into me. He did, he hit my leg, but not with force, thank God, because he'd just bowl me over, I tell you. I'm used to being bowled over by animals, so I mean, I broke my wrist when I got knocked over by a tuppy, but that was actually not even her fault. No, this way. We're not going for a walk. I will go for a walk when Sophia comes back. I don't want to go for a walk by myself. I'm too nervous to go walking around the property. Oh, up you get. Careful, darling. Careful, let it be. Good boy. That's another story. Got these really bullying neighbours, and I just don't want to be. If I'm alone on the property, I make sure I padlock the gate. I won't come down here unless I have a dog. Hey, hi now. Yeah, you're too rough. I know you want to play. It's too rough. Anyway, so my neighbour... Stop it! Stop it! Cut. Yeah, good. Anyway, he's just playing, but it's just... because I reckon people get scared of them. Anyway, which is why I've got them more or less. Plus, they're like my best friends. I've always liked big dogs though. Anyway, come on. Keep going. I know there's a horse up there, but you'll be all right. So my neighbour got out of the car, getting back to the story. What a friggin' bloody long-winded story. Yeah, no, up this way. Come on, up this way. Stop it. Stop it, come on. I have not had so much trouble getting her up there. I'm sure it's the horse. But the thing is I can go between her and the horse, but I can't if I'm pushing her up with my knees from behind, like this. Come on. Don't worry about Ruby. Come on. No. Stop it. I don't believe. I struggle to bend over at all. I need a couple of different surgeries, which I'll probably never get. I've had them before, but I need them again. They're not permanent. Come on. One's for my veins. No. Don't go into the horse. No, stop it. Elsa. Yeah, no, Banjo, you have to move. Anyway. Oh, I'm going to just show it as it is. Anyway, I'm breathless now. I can't cope with bending over. This is like really unfit. Well, it's not even unfit. My veins are blocked. Anyway, a superior vena cava is going to get up. Don't worry about him. Come on. Don't worry about him. He's not going to do anything to you. Oh, fuck. Anyway. God damn. I might have to turn this off so I can use both hands well. But I want to tell you... No, don't worry. Go away, Danjo. It's okay. She's terrified. It's all right. Shh. He kicked her years ago. Not hard. Go away. Go on. Move. Oh, for fuck's sake. Move off. Move on. Come on. Move. I'm going to get it. Hang on. I'll finish this in a minute. Okay, I got through. See, it took two hands because I was pushing Elsa with one and then using the other one to tell him to back off. He's fine. He wasn't doing anything wrong. I've had to be very hard on him because he's herd leader and he's really tested the boundaries with me over the years. He's very good now. He's fine. But I just keep reinforcing it. And also because I had him since he was little and they kind of get... I think, when you've had them from little, they learn to be a bit pushy because they get away with a lot more when they're young. Aren't they beautiful? So, I've got to get my stick. Come on, let's go. Get that off. You look skinny like that, Cleo. It's just terrible. So what happened was, come on, darling. Up you come. My neighbour stopped to pat Henry and he didn't go over to her. He stayed away from her, at least a foot away from her. He's become wary. He's 2 next month. And he used to be all over everybody. And I think it's been really good. Sorry, I know I tripped over as I'm walking backwards. And just moving this bucket out of the way. Take it down with me tomorrow. Oh, God. Come on, up you come. Which means he's not as friendly as he was. with people. He's not aggressive at all, but hey, my two black girls and my buckskin boy who's skinny. But we will get there, I hope. Otherwise it'll just be Skinny Arthur. So the adventures of Henry and Slinky is that they're not chained anymore. I have to watch this infiltrator for leading them astray because they love going on adventures, but it's fabulous that she can go that far because my neighbour's a fair walk. I reckon they're a kilometre walk because they're on the other side of the creek. They've got to go up a bridge and everything. They go to see them. She loves visiting them, and we take her if we go visiting them intentionally, like as humans. I mean, I'm sure she goes visiting intentionally, but as a dog, without human companionship. And she's so good. I like to give my calves a stretch as I'm coming up here. This hill's done me really good. With the horse riding lessons, I'm hoping my hip flexors will get stronger, so that's fantastic. And yeah, the dogs are really good. Henry's a good dog. He's a fabulous dog, actually. He's very good natured, and Slinky's very good too. He's a sweetie, but he's people are more frightened of him, wary of him, which is good. Just growled when Henry went in there. He's getting a bit more territorial. He wasn't, and when else is here, he will go a bit more when I'm here alone. Anyway, so my son just messaged me. He just went to the beach. Lucky duck, he lives right near the beach. My daughter's away at the beach, so she's taking beautiful videos for me to post. I love the beach. This is not too far from the beach. It's 45 minutes from the beach, which isn't too bad for 80 acres, an hour from the largest city in the country. So, you know, it's a good investment. Anyway, which is why I got it. It's a little slice of paradise. And thank you for joining us. And there's my girl. Elsa, are you going to say goodbye? It's a long video. She did that well, didn't she? I'll just show you how. Oh, the cat followed me down too. See? That's where we came from. Now they all look like dots. Okay, bye.